So I don't have a creative entrance to our podcast this week, except for the fact that it is a tearful episode of the Voiceless podcast, episode 63. And what do you know? We had a bit of a surprise happen. Nothing. There was no surprises at all. Oh, no, yeah, there was. Rich Swann won the Cruiserweight title on a show that means nothing for wrestlers that should mean something but mean nothing. What do you expect? Otherwise, I'm John. Brad's here as well. We have a new show debuting. It's called 386 Live, where...
Wait, this isn't Nia Jack's show.
Oh, no. It started already. Jeez.
I was going to say, who's Rich Swann?
He's one of the Cruiserweights. See, what happened was Vince McMahon booked the Cruiserweights terribly, blames it on the fans and the wrestlers themselves, and then created a show, moved back Talking Smack, and put them there so he can take them off of Raw, which means another 30 minutes is going to have to be filled by somebody else.
Yeah, I couldn't help but notice how tiny Rich Swann was.
What do you think he is? A nice 5'8", 5'9"?
Oh, no. He's like 5'6" max.
No, he's not.
He's 5'6". He's probably 160 pounds.
That's not true. He's not 5'6".
He's 5'6". Believe me.
Rich Swann. 5'8", 168. 5'8". That's according to Wikipedia.
Yeah, right. Like, they don't exaggerate heights at all, brother.
Well, what happened this week? Raw, Smackdown, 205 Live. Got it? Is that it? That's it. Yeah.
We got TLC coming up. We'll talk about that.
Yay.
And we had the ever so not exciting Monday Night Raw.
It was so exciting. What do you mean?
Oh, yeah, totally.
It was so... It was exciting.
Well, you can't be serious.
I am. Raw was great.
Oh, my God. You're one of those. That's all I keep... Oh, Raw. Oh, it was so great. 2 weeks in a row. Oh, my God. It's so compelling. I can't wait to watch again. Yeah, okay. You and 20 other people, yes. You thought Raw was great. Good for you.
I'm kidding. It was pretty bad. Well, there was a surprise, Bradley. There was. The title change at the end of Raw, but we'll get into that. It was so surprising. I was shocked and dismayed. I'll be shocked to be dismayed. Yes. Okay. It was. So you're the dismayed one. Tell me how dismayed you were at the brilliant. You know what? I have a friend who's an indie wrestler in Pittsburgh. His name's Devin Matties. Very talented, actually. He can do a pretty good 450 splash. Good athlete, right? He plays heel. Wow, what is this? A circus? He's a heel. And I asked him straight up, "What do you think of the hot potato title that is the women's division?" And he says, "Honestly, I love it." You want to know why, Brad?
Because he wants a job with WWE?
No. In fact, he said, no, because I really never cared for women's wrestling that much. Honestly, none of them are athletes. Charlotte's the most...
Oh, shit. Here we go.
He did give Charlotte props, as she's the most athletic one they might have ever had, aside from Lita or even maybe Chyna. It isn't believable, according to him. An indie wrestler who isn't the Young Bucks or Gabe Sapolsky or any other shill. For the Charlotte Sasha Banks... story. It's a final chapter, but there's 8 final chapters and not just one.
Yeah, we wish it was the final chapter 6 months ago.
You're right.
Yeah, well, Raw. Yeah, let's talk about that. It started out with the highlight of the entire show, Chris Jericho.
Yep.
And Kevin Owens badly botching one of his lines.
But you know what?
Jericho, with the save, quickly covering for him, noting that English is his second language. That was great.
Yeah. Nice ad-lib.
Of course, the segment had to be ruined by Roman Reigns interrupting, belittling Kevin Owens. And eventually getting a match where if he wins, he'll get a shot at the Universal title because we have all missed seeing Roman Reigns in the Universal Championship picture.
You know, I spoiled that 3 weeks ago, so not news that should surprise anybody. In fact, the PPG Paints Arena, which where I will be for Roadblock in 3 weeks, spoiled it for everybody. So you can blame Pittsburgh for that.
We can also blame Pittsburgh for a lot of things.
You're right. The start of the Daniel Bryan revolution, it's thanks to us that he got his chances, not because he deserved it, which he did, but if it wasn't for them booing the fuck out of Rey Mysterio at the Royal Rumble in 2014, which is CM Punk's last appearance.
That was brutal.
Oh, I still go back and watch. It was amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, they were amazingly out of touch with that whole scenario. It was incredible.
You're right. Do you think Roman felt more natural during this segment? His mic work wasn't that bad. Honestly.
I think maybe he did. His Pert Plus was in. It was in full effect. The hair was glistening.
It was?
So, yeah, he was feeling natural.
Well, you know what I mean. I thought that was some of his best mic work he's ever done. I'll give him some props for a change. Truthfully, I thought... It
was all right. I mean, I didn't think it was great, but it was fine. It was nothing great, but it was fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally see main eventers as needing to be more than just fine. But, yeah, I mean, obviously he sucks on the mic pretty much, and it was fine. So, yeah, it was fine.
Fine.
It was fine.
It was fine. That was the segment. Roman had some one-liners. Nothing as good as Sugar Tit, though, by AJ Styles a few weeks ago. And Kevin got pissed off at Chris after Roman was antagonizing him. And then there was the match. Jericho said, "I'm leaving." And that was the segment. Cue Roman's music.
Yes, because he always has to look strong. Backstage, Chris Jericho asks Owens why he told him to shut up in the ring. Owens says he's sick of people saying he wouldn't be champion without Jericho. And they argue and appear to break up their friendship as Jericho storms off. Is Kevin Owens on the list?
I don't think so. But they're going to break up eventually. It's just when. And when they do, it's going to be pretty depressing. But they can't be around forever. You know that. I know that. Any wrestling fan knows that. Is that you can't overdo something before it's ruined. Like the New Day. Cough, cough.
Yeah, they need to drop the titles like yesterday.
Like 2 months ago.
Yeah. We had a big match with Braun Strowman, who is one of the wrestling Twitter's new favorite superstars. Mm-hmm. He defeated R-Truth in a match nobody cared about.
No, I fast-forwarded it, honestly.
But young Samuel Zayn came out.
Yes!
He doesn't need Mick's help. He makes plenty of money driving cabs. Oh, wait.
Shut up!
Okay. Foley lays into Zayn, basically tells him he wasn't good enough to beat Strowman on his own and needed to be saved from himself. Zayn appears not so happy with Mr. Foley, who is so irate that his teeth fall out.
That was pretty funny.
Jesus fucking Christ. But not before botching his line. I mean, the guy said the Universal Championship was on the line in Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens in the main event.
Yay!
And that was wrong. And his fucking teeth fall out while he's in the middle of a promo, which he just grabs and throws onto the ring mat. Awkward.
It was adorable.
I think it's time for Mr. Foley to, yeah.
What?
What? I think his run is over. I think it's time for him to go bye-bye.
Yeah, maybe. But give Sami Zayn some credit. It's a hell of a promo. He's good. He's good on the mic.
He's okay. I mean, I would have Braun, squash him in 30 seconds.
No. Sammy's going to beat him. Calling it right now.
Look, Sami Zayn, if he were ever in a feud with Braun Strowman, here's what I would do. I would have Sami lose 90-something times out of 100 to Braun Strowman in a squash.
Yes.
But there would be that time, or maybe two, where working from behind, Sami Zayn pulls off a ridiculous upset.
I love that.
Otherwise, it would be like Kevin Nash making a lawn dart out of Rey Mysterio.
He did.
Yeah. He would just totally destroy him. That's what I would do. Because I'm obsessed with big 80s wrestlers.
I know you are.
So that's what I would do. Sorry, Sammy.
It's okay.
But I do want to point something out about... I'm not a huge Braun Strowman fan, as you know. I think they've done a better job of presenting him. I'm still like... I think his... I don't like his look. I think he needs to change it up. And I don't mean in like a... I don't like it in a you know, a heel heat kind of way. I just think it looks fucking terrible.
Sure.
Change up his look a bit, like his outfit, not necessarily the beard, hairstyle, anything like that. Because he looks too much like you know, Eugene's big retarded brother. So I wouldn't necessarily shave the beard. It kind of exposes that. But I would keep the look, you know, and wow. This show's completely off the rail. Tell me about it. We are working Jabroni Marks into a shoot right now as they listen to this.
Clearly, that was kind of rude, dude. Gotta say, rough, really rough.
I would change Braun Strowman's finish.
Well, you don't like the reverse chokeslam?
Well, I think that sucks. It just doesn't look great. It doesn't work on, you know, average size wrestlers. But the you know, submission, the finish he's been using lately is the power slam, which I think is just like so lame, so stupid for him. I would have Braun Strowman change his finish to a submission.
Oh, like a
submission. Hug? Well, more like $1 million dream. Maybe even a full Nelson. And the idea would be he's picking the guy up off the ground and he's shaking him violently back and forth. Mm-hmm. And what that's going to do is that's going to display his size and strength. Right now, you got this big ass guy and he's doing a power slam that everybody else on the roster can do. It doesn't look impressive. It doesn't highlight his strength and size. And I think they're missing out by not doing that.
I think they're doing okay with him. It's going to be a long-term transition because he was just that big idiot that was with Bray Wyatt. And I think that there's going to be a change in him. I mean, there already is a change in him, you know? So I give Vince credit. He knows how to book an 800-pound douchebag, but he can't get over his top guys or lack thereof. I think that's a problem. There's not enough balance in it.
Yeah, you know, he did need to be on his own. He needed to break off from Wyatt's side. You know, I agree with that, but I have some heat with the Abominable Strowman. I have to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
Well, he went on Talk as Jericho, and he made a rude comment implying that Baron Corbin was boring.
Who said this?
Braun Strowman.
Really?
On Talk as Jericho. Yes. Check out the latest Talk as Jericho with the Good Brothers.
Nice.
And Braun Strowman as a special guest.
Really?
About Baron Corbin being boring. He's from Kansas City. Yeah, he's boring, blah, blah, blah. Wow. Yeah, so I've got some heat with the Strowman. He can go fuck himself.
That's real nice.
Just kidding.
No, you're not.
I'm just kidding.
No, you're not.
Everything I say is a joke.
That's not true.
Don't be offended.
Everybody is.
You're right.
So I mean, what?
Then we had.
What else the fuck happened? What else the fuck happened?
Well, I'm going to tell you, we had Charlotte and Dana Brooke talk backstage about Charlotte's big homecoming, and we all know what happens when people have a match in their hometowns. Charlotte says tonight she'll end her rivalry with Sasha Banks. A total tease, by the way, because we all want that. She'll beat her in the ring. Okay, so we got that. The big setup for tonight, the match nobody wants to see again. Oh, I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry. Yeah. Everybody wants to see it. Then we have Tony Nese, whoever that is, Alexander, with all the purple bells and whistles. Nobody cares.
I fast forwarded it. Oh, hey!
Yeah.
2 notes. Kimberly, spoiler alert, debuted in NXT in the tapings. And Percy Watson's a new announcer for NXT. Remember?
Percy Watson is? For
Yes.
NXT?
Yes!
Oh my God, that is hilarious. Is that serious?
Yes, it's very
He's
real.
bigger than all the rest of the NXT roster. How the hell is he going to be a ring announcer?
Who knows?
To do the old Tom Phillips and get that wide stance going.
Well, no, he's not tall. He's thicker, so he's got...
That was kind of creepy.
A little bit.
But please do continue the descriptions of his physique. How thick is he?
I don't have gray pants on. Wink.
Okay, this show is going downhill fast today.
I think we should just pull an audible. Let's talk about a couple of things from Raw and move on. Because honestly, this show is not our show. Our show is phenomenal. This show is boring out of me. And yes, I'm talking about Raw.
Get right to the point of Charlotte versus Sasha Banks for the Women's Championship.
I was trying to think of a soundbite that I could play to like make fun of it, but
well, you know, did Ric Flair put her in the figure 12? He put his own daughter in the figure 12. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Wait. I'm going to let you say that. Well, I've already been offensive enough tonight, so.
Hold on. I have a song. I have a song that explains their thing. Hold on. Let's see if I get. There's a commercial. No, there's a song that basically describes their storyline. I think it fits perfectly. Let me know if you know which song it is, Brad, and feel free at home, everyone, to sing along.
Yeah, I'm.
The rest is still unwritten.
Did we really have to wait for a? Oh my God, a cheesy pop song unwritten?
It's Natasha Bedingfield.
I bet you'd like to get her in the betting field.
Yeah, she's really hot. But this, think about it. Listen to the words. So close to success. Feel her crotch on your skin.
Oh my God. He did put the figure 12 on her. I knew it.
No one else can speak the words on your own lips. And yeah, we're talking about. Never mind. But yeah, their whole chapter book is still unwritten. It was the theme of that joke.
It's the never-ending story.
Oh wait, I have another one. Wait, hold on.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, let me talk about the match while you key that up.
Sure, go ahead. It was okay.
It's no DQ. The match ends initially in a double countout. Mick Foley comes out and says, "It can't end like this. It'll restart later in the night. No DQ falls count anywhere."
Listen. It's a feud that never ends.
Oh my God. The feud that never ends.
I had to.
Okay, I know it was very tempting. Okay, so we have, and this was the main event, so I'm sure a lot of people tuned out. That's a shoot.
Yep.
Okay. They're on the outside, and I just, I think the selling, in particular, by Sasha sucks. And I'm so over this feud. I'm just so over it.
But guess what happened?
Oh, God damn, Sasha won the title on Raw again. Oh. And then Ric Flair came out and, well, I guess he congratulated her because he likes Sasha now and raises her arm, and
that's about it.
Sasha's the champion again, and so we've got our 5th title change since like
WrestleMania? No.
Since June?
Since June. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Yes.
Wow. So
yes, I'm having an allergic reaction to this match.
So here's what happened backstage.
I mean, and so here we are since June, 5 title changes. Sasha has never successfully defended the title on a pay-per-view.
At all.
Charlotte has never lost on the pay-per-views. They've changed titles, and every time Sasha wins on Raw, and every time she loses on pay-per-view. And that's pretty much the way this feud has worked. And it's like, for me, a perfect way to end a feud is a Hell in a Cell match, but that was only a bump in the road on their way to yet another match, and yet another match. I believe in Roadblock.
Yep, and I'll be there. So Vince said to Kevin Dunn, Kevin, where are we? I feel like he's like a really high pitched, like, well, sir, we're in Charlotte.
That's where Flair's kid is, right?
Well, yeah.
Oh, the black one's going over.
What?
Sasha's going over.
But why?
God damn, it's in Charlotte. Charlotte's from Charlotte, and we got to put some heat on the babyface. What the fuck?
Who's the big one? Why is she in the ring?
That's Nia Jax, sir.
Is that Paul?
Yes. I don't know.
I will say this. There's one positive about the match. I'll say I did like the uniqueness of the ending of the submission. I did like the improvisation there. That was cool. Everything else, though, I was not a big fan of. I think a lot of people tune out for this match. I think we'll have seen that. And over the feud, I just am bored by it, and I'm bored by Raw's presentation of the women, and these two basically being the women's division on Raw. It's just, I'm over it, and I don't want to see it again, but, I'm going to, because that's what they do.
Well, so here, I don't even know. I just don't.
Yeah, what can you really say? We had, how about that big Mark Henry and Titus O'Neil feud coming?
No, there's not.
Yes, there is.
Why?
No, I'm not. I fully expect them actually to have a match on Monday on Raw, and maybe even if you're lucky enough, you can watch that in person at Roadblock, and you can watch Titus O'Neil's brand be destroyed. No. Interestingly enough, Ryback on his podcast, who loves to spill the beans backstage, said that Titus O'Neil numerous times had tackled Vince McMahon backstage. And this was before the grabbing incident. So, while I certainly say Vince is a weak leader for, bumping into people and doing that kind of a stuff in a corporate business environment, it's weak leadership. But at the same time, Titus has nobody to blame but himself. You don't tackle the fucking CEO, a 70-year-old man, repeatedly.
Nope.
He just didn't know when to say, hey, that's taking it a little too far.
Nope.
So, I fully expect his brand will be destroyed by Mark Henry. We had Rusev. Enzo Amore defeated him by DQ. Rusev, who is the heel who's actually a face. I mean, this is a classic example to me of how WWE does not get how to present characters.
There are no characters anymore. There are superstars.
There's no characters. What are we, 95? Superstars.
Enzo Amore is backstage, buck naked, cock swinging out in theory, hits on Lana. Rusev defends her honor, and somehow Enzo Amore is the good guy. And we're supposed to boo Rusev.
How you
Don't
doing?
figure that one out.
How you doing?
Did Dewey Foley write that shit? That was stupid as hell.
I hope not. How you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah, right? Look at my dick.
Dewey.
How you doing?
How you Dewey? Okay.
So stupid. It's so
That
dumb.
was so stupid.
So,
Yeah.
so that was Monday Night Raw. Roman's now the #1 contender, even though he has a title already. Sasha beat Charlotte.
God damn, he's only got one title, John. He needs 2. Why not 3?
I have 2.
Let's make him the goddamn tag team champion. He'll be a team by himself.
Yeah.
Give it to Roman.
Vince,
Give
give
him
what to
Roman.
Roman?
Make him look strong, kid.
Give it to him. Make him look strong. Like me at the weight bench at 4 a.m.
Yeah, whatever.
He's gonna spot him while he gives him Arabian goggles.
Whatever. It's just going downhill. Not us, the product. So on to SmackDown. It is now to be known as the hot potato title.
Yes.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
SmackDown Live.
Hot potato title. SmackDown Live, which I have not watched.
You have not watched.
Nope.
So if you're listening, Derek, he has not watched. I'm going to go through it, and John is going to give his hot take.
Hot scoops.
Hot scoops. It's red hot. SmackDown opens with Renee Young in the ring. It is the classic contract signing between Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss, who will meet at TLC.
Yay!
The Women's Championship. And Becky go back and forth on the mic. And Becky decides she doesn't want to wait till Sunday.
Yeah.
Hits Alexa with the right hand. Beats her down. Takes her to the top turnbuckle, but Alexa reverses, pushes her off, and right through the table in the ring. And Alexa Bliss is standing tall.
I'll give them,
which means she'll lose this Sunday.
I'll give them both a table to push through. They're just
I
phenomenal.
bet you will.
Listen, Brad, I'm talking to a lady. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this stuff anymore.
You're talking to a lady.
Yeah.
Hold the press.
I am.
We have to talk about this.
Not yet. Let's wait. Let's wait until I screw it up. Then we'll talk about it. I think that's more fun.
How serious is this, though?
Oh, very, very raw. Very raw.
Oh, we don't need to know about your sex life, but
a few days. Listen, I might screw this up just as bad as Charlotte's moonsault on Monday.
oh god, that was so bad. And they had to use the like extra special camera angle to cover it up.
Yeah.
I mean, does she ever hit a moonsault correctly?
I think once or twice.
Holy shit. Okay. All right, we'll wait. The hot scoop on John's new girlfriend. We'll wait on it. But stay tuned for that. In the meantime, we've got Kalisto and Dolph Ziggler defeating Baron Corbin and The Miz via DQ.
Oh, okay. That's fine. You scared me for a second.
Well, this was, I didn't care for it, but the way they did it was fine. So basically, Corbin looked pretty good. I liked him and The Miz teaming together, not because I want them to be a team, but just because they're, obviously two of my favorites. I wanted to see them win. But we had Kalisto roll up The Miz.
Yay.
And crush Kalisto with a chair, causing the DQ.
Aww. I don't like it. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. They're doing some weird shit.
I know.
How mad were
here's
you?
the thing. Kalisto, well, I wasn't happy about it. I mean, Kalisto, first of all, the thing with Baron Corbin, but also even Miz, like, Kalisto shouldn't be a threat to Miz. Get the fuck out of here. He shouldn't be a threat to anybody but the 10-year-old in the front row.
That or Sin Cara in the back, which everyone's a threat.
Everyone's a victim of Sin Cara. He's the king of shoot style.
Very nice. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, write that down.
I did.
Put it on the list. Okay. American Alpha. They cut a promo about their upcoming match with Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton. It is to determine who will be the number one contender for the tag team championships at TLC facing Slater and Rhino.
I heard it wasn't that good.
Then we have, well, yeah, it was okay. It was not. They're not setting things on fire right now.
But listen, NXT they did, and it wasn't just the marks because they had a full stadium 4 times over at takeovers cheering their name back and forth. I don't get it. They're really good at backstage interviews. Promos, they're okay. I guarantee you Vince is writing them copy and they don't know what to do. NXT, they don't write promos. I just don't get it.
Yeah, they need to develop more of a character. They need to get more time on the mic. We need more of a backstory. They're great wrestlers. They're one of my favorite tag teams, but we need to see some more depth here before they really build back any momentum and get over.
I agree.
So Wyatt and Orton cut a promo next on American Alpha. Orton turns to Luke Harper, challenges him to get the job done against Kane in singles action tonight because we all want to see Kane in singles action on SmackDown.
Yay.
Yeah. Keep
Hooray!
Carmella came out with the mic and starts talking trash about Cena and Bella. Nikki Bella, that is. I thought it was very well done. Very well done. Nikki hit the ring, actually ran to the ring, spearing Carmella. They had a pretty physical brawl until Carmella retreated up the ramp. This was a good segment for me.
How about Carmella, though? Right?
Yeah.
Everyone's shitting all over her, and now look at her.
I thought she did a real nice job as a heel here, and I'm more excited about this match, and it's no DQ. And frankly, it's justified as being no DQ. It's not just a no DQ match to have a no DQ match.
Sure.
But based on their feud, it's justified. And, this is more enthralling to me than anything else in the women's division on Raw or SmackDown. So this is my favorite. I'm looking forward to this match.
Yeah, I am too. I really am. Actually, most of the SmackDown matches I am looking forward to, no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Then we had Dean Ambrose out for the Ambrose Asylum. His guest is James Ellsworth.
How'd that go?
Well, he thanks Dean for helping him. He said, I don't need you to thank me. They talk. They put each other over. AJ Styles comes out. And he trashes Ellsworth. He dares Ellsworth to show up at TLC. And then Styles shoves Ambrose into a ladder, whatever.
A louder. Good job, Kevin Owens.
Louder.
Way to ruin your lines.
It's my second language.
Okay. Fair enough. That's a good point.
Ellsworth across some chairs. AJ throws the steel ring steps at Ambrose, rolls back in the ring, beats down Ellsworth, and just continues kicking ass, basically, until he Styles clashes Ellsworth on the steel steps. Yeah, that was brutal. Ellsworth is actually taken off into an ambulance on a stretcher.
Ellsworth?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Ellsworth.
They're making Ellsworth look pretty decent still.
Yeah. Which I think is a mistake, but it's fine. Okay, so whatever. It's whatever. I mean, they can do something with him, but get him out of the goddamn main event. So, well, you know what? They devalue the title so much. Who really cares? Nobody does, really.
See, I don't think that's true. I don't.
Oh, I do. You don't have your world champion lose to a jobber 3 times in a row.
But it was only a joke, though. Like it's never.
The whole title makes the whole title the joke.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, now here's the big scoop right here.
I'm
Yeah,
listening.
that's right.
I'm listening.
Kane defeats Luke Harper.
Oh!
Yeah.
And
With the choke slam for the win. Now that's it. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay. You had me going for a second.
You have been trolled by Kane. What do you think of this hot match right here?
Well, I'm not really that hot, honestly. Gotta be quite honest.
You know, I'm tired of seeing Kane win. You know, if he's going to win one match in a feud in order to build up the feud, but then ultimately lose, I could be fine with that if the outcome is right. But I'm tired of seeing him go over guys at this point. He's like going to be 50. So
He's like, what? You didn't finish your thought. I was giving you time. Say so. Nothing. You have nothing.
Nothing.
You have nothing.
No?
Fair enough.
What can you say?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, Randy Orton, though, and Bray Wyatt defeated American Alpha.
Oh? I knew that.
Orton and Wyatt will face Slater and Rhino for the Tag Team Championships at TLC. Yes, it was a competitive match. Orton sacrificed himself again so that Wyatt could pick up the pinfall victory. And Styles interrupts. And Slater and Rhino get in the champ's face as they have come out now to stare down Wyatt and Orton, the new number one contenders.
Oh?
Yeah. Dean Ambrose comes running and starts beating down AJ. Ambrose brawls with AJ over a table and pummels him on the ground as SmackDown goes off the air. This was a backstage piece. The other piece was in the ring. It was kind of a run-together thing. But basically, this is all just kind of a schmoz to lead to the respective matches.
And do you think Bray Wyatt wins his first title?
Oh, we're going to talk about that. Because what's next?
I'm just saying.
Our TLC predictions.
Oh. Wait, hold on.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's start off with the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. Heath Slater and Rhino versus Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton. And I'm going to say we have new tag team champions, Wyatt and Orton.
Me too. 100%. I hope so. Bray deserves a fucking championship. It's been way too long. Way too long.
Did he ever have a championship?
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
Okay. Now, here's a match I'll be especially interested in. Kalisto versus Baron Corbin in a chairs match.
Kalisto wins. Guaranteed.
I wish I could say...
Guaranteed.
I wish I could say that I thought Baron Corbin would win, because in any real scenario, Baron Corbin would win in 20 seconds.
10.
Yeah, 10, okay, yeah, 10 seconds really. If that.
5.
But they just love to push. They love to push this little 5 foot tall Kalisto, who looks like he's 140 pounds at 5 foot tall. And they love to push him like, you know, this is a total joke, you know, but I'm going to say that they get it right. I'm going to pick Corbin, but I feel like...
Nope.
And if he does, look for my rant on Twitter. Because it will get ugly.
I know it will. It's going to happen.
Kalisto belongs in the Cruiserweight division. He does not belong in any matches with someone like Baron Corbin. It's just, you know, a total joke.
But guess what? It's going to happen. And whether we like it or not, honestly, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Get ready to get angry, Brad.
I'm ready. I'm always ready for that.
I know.
Intercontinental Championship, The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler in a ladder match. This should be very good.
It'll be incredible. A Miz wins for sure, unless they want to play hot potato with another belt too.
I hope not. I'm tired of the hot potato. I'm going to take The Miz.
Me too. 100%, 100%. Unless I just hope so. Give Dolph a title run, or not a title run, but more or less a title. Send him to the main card. Have him play baby. You know, I don't know. I feel like they could do more with him.
Yeah,
and they're not. Maybe that's just me, but I feel like they can capitalize on Dolph Ziggler, and they're not right now. Just like Vince said, just because he wins doesn't mean he can't get over. True quote, ladies and gentlemen. True quote.
Then we have Nikki Bella versus Carmella, a no DQ match. Should be good.
Carmella puts her over. I mean, wait, other way around. Nikki Bella puts Carmella over for sure, 100%, 1,000%. Gotta happen.
I hope so. I'd like to see that. I'm going to take Carmella.
Nice. So will I. Love it. Gotta have it. It does make a lot of sense though. I feel like.
Well, they need a heel, right? They need another new, young, upcoming woman's heel. And, you're building Alexa Bliss right now, but also you're building Carmella.
Mm-hmm.
On the face side, you've got, Nikki Bella and Becky Lynch. I mean, so you need a solid heel, and
yeah,
Nikki's the veteran, and put her over, I think, is the right thing here.
You need a balance.
Yeah. Yes, I do. SmackDown Women's Championship. Your girl, Hot Fire Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss in a tables match.
Becky's going to retain, dude, and it's going to be glorious.
I'm going to say Becky retains, yes. I don't think it's quite time. But if Carmella's put over strong and feuds with Becky, then I think Carmella takes it.
I think that has a possibility. And all four of those women are great. 5, including Nikki. 6, including everybody. They're all fantastic. I think it could work. But whenever Becky wins, though...
Glorious.
Speaking of, he's a new NXT #1 contender for the title. Spoiler alert.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oops.
There you go.
Wholesale. Yeah, he is. He's the #1 contender for the title.
Well, we're going to have another TNA main event feud in NXT.
Damn right. Last but not least, AJ Styles and Dean Ambrose. I have AJ retain again.
In a TLC match, and unfortunately, Dino's going to lose this one.
Yeah, and
I think he's going to lose because of James Ellsworth.
I think he'll lose because of The Undertaker.
He could. There could be a scenario. This is very interesting. I'm glad you brought this up. Because there's a scenario that maybe he cost them the match. Almost cost them the match at Survivor Series, like they won, but he almost cost them the match, and so he gets punished by The Undertaker, and that leads to what I can only assume would be a WrestleMania feud.
Oh yeah,
or Shane McMahon. Shane and Dean kind of squared off recently a couple times. The tension there because they're going to be a WrestleMania program.
That could be interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say at this point, but...
At least SmackDown has unpredictability and options and, excitement. So it's good. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, so that'll be very interesting to see where it goes, but I don't think Dean loses clean. I think there's some interference or someone cost him the match, that type of a thing.
By far. Yeah. So, you heard from us, which is always number one, but now it's time to hear from somebody else. Now it's time to hear from our good friend, Dean. I am Peter. Yes, that is Dean. Deacon Dean with some hot takes for you. And on top of the hot takes, he has a hot, steamy list.
The Dean's list.
First up this week, the women's division. You just made the list.
Again?
But why? The Sasha and Charlotte match was fantastic.
Nope.
The physical confrontation between Becky and Alexa was amazing.
That was great.
Yeah? Did you hear the promo between Becky and Alexa?
It was great.
My daughter in high school has more compelling promos and arguments than those two did.
Okay, Dean.
But the best thing Becky did was on Talking Smack. Oh, yeah. That's not scripted. Script writers, you just made the list.
Yeah!
What needs to happen is Paul Heyman needs to be able to take the women under his wing. Because the one thing that Paul Heyman can do better than anybody else is sell. He sells his client. He sells his opponent. He sells the event. The women don't get that yet. They aren't taught it at NXT.
Nope.
They need to learn the skill. Paul Heyman needs to be their teacher. And then they would have compelling interviews and promos to go along with the great action that they are providing. Roman Reigns. Vince McMahon, because of Roman Reigns, you just made the list.
Yeah.
Your stubbornness. Did you not learn during the run of the Lex Express? Did you not learn when you had the Ultimate Warrior carry the torch from Hulk Hogan? Did you never learn that you can't force the face of the company? You can't do it. The fans decide. They have decided about Roman Reigns, and it's time to turn him heel. Then Rusev. Rusev's not on the list.
Yeah.
The booking of Rusev just made the list.
Perfect.
And it's not because of the in-ring action as much, even. He kind of did what he should have done with Enzo this week. Guy walks out naked in front of your wife. You defend her honor, and you're the bad guy? Macho Elizabeth and Hogan.
Who just said that?
Totally in storyline. Not talk about anything that happened outside of the ring. Like it or not, Brad, Macho Man was not the bad guy in that scenario.
Ooh, sorry, brother, he was.
Now, Rusev's just being a good husband. He's just defending his wife's honor. Why is he a bad guy? Because he's a foreigner? Come on, WWE. Stop insulting our intelligence and stop making the list.
I cannot believe that's so funny. I just you two agree with each other so much.
Yeah, it's like every week I'll point out something creative-wise that is illogical or, that should be fixed. And Dean's pre-recorded list will include basically a line of the same thing. It's getting a little creepy here.
Are you two coalescing behind the scenes?
This isn't planned. This is not planned, but he makes a great point about Rusev. I mean, I had just talked about it. How is he the bad guy here?
He's not.
He's the bad guy on paper who's actually portraying a face.
It's sad, isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, of course not. Nothing makes sense.
How is he supposed to get heat?
Good question.
Oh, damn, nobody cares. Nobody's booing you. Well, of course they're not booing you. Your opponent just showed your wife his cock.
And balls.
And you defend her honor. Yeah, and balls too. Don't forget the balls. And he's defending her glorious honor. And he's the bad guy. Go figure. What should he have done? Please continue with my wife? Leave the area?
Just have her
Sorry
home
for disturbing you, sir?
Have her home by 10.
Have her home by 10, yeah. Oh, my God.
Wait, Brad, did you just say it would be glorious? Did I hear you properly?
It would be glorious.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I think he's right. Obviously, the Reigns thing we've talked about a lot. It's totally not working. The fans are going generally between no reaction to heavy boos for Roman Reigns. They don't want to see him in the title picture. I just think they've got a conundrum because Kevin Owens isn't working as champion, in my opinion, and Reigns, they don't want him in the title picture. And if he beats Owens, I don't actually think it's going to help him. I think he's going to be booed even worse. So I don't think that helps him. And Vince is determined to decide the face of the company, and whether you like it or not. So, but it's been years, literally over 2 years, almost 3. It's not working. It's just not working.
And talk about that Lex Luger aspect, because you were watching wrestling back then full time. What was that situation like? Because it was obviously a different era, different feel, so obviously a different situation, but kind of similar, along the same lines.
Yeah, absolutely. They were looking for the next Hulk Hogan.
Because Hulk
had left
jumped
the company,
ship, right? Yeah.
He had left the company, and they needed a new top face, someone with a good, credible look, and they went with Lex Luger. And it was pretty much a flop. It was such a flop that they ended up, changing the finish to the match where he was going to win the title from Yokozuna, and they changed it to a count-out, won but didn't win the title, and then, that was pretty much the end of the Lex Express.
Ugh.
But it was a flop. It was Vince trying to force a new top guy, and it was a total flop. Yeah.
Was there anybody? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, it was the same thing with the Ultimate Warrior. It's this very similar situation. They tried to pass the torch at WrestleMania 6 in Toronto. Warrior goes over. Hogan does the honors, and Warrior did not work out as the potential new top guy. So they went back to Hogan. But you can't force it. If it's not there, you can't force it.
Did it happen in the Attitude Era at all?
The Attitude Era was a very different time, and granted, you had people, Vince Russo booking, and, what's his name, who's a professor at Full Sail now?
I don't know. Oh, yeah, that guy. I know who you're talking about.
That guy whose name escapes me because I'm old.
Yeah.
But they went, they had angles for everybody, but they paid attention to crowd reaction and, wrote stories based on that a lot. I mean, they listened to the fans more, I think. Austin was a good example of that. Listening to the fans.
The Ringmaster.
Yeah, I mean, they did everything they could to fuck that up, but once he caught on, they went with it. And that's where Vince, look, he's not great at picking top guys. He never has been. He's not great at really creating stars either.
No.
But what Vince has done well, something catching on big, he runs with it. Hogan, Austin, The Rock, and on and on and on. So that's what he's done. But, the forcing stuff is his MO, and it just doesn't work. I agree. The Reigns stuff has not been great.
So
Yeah.
what do you do as a fan? Nothing.
As a fan, I think you sit in your hands when Roman comes out. I think that's the best thing you can do. Obviously, nobody's going to do that, or a large majority are not going to do that.
Nope.
They're just going to boo. And Vince is going to say, you know what? At least he's getting a reaction, so they'll continue the circus.
Yep.
The only way you can stop it is to sit on your hands.
And that will not happen, especially in Pittsburgh. They will boo the shit out of him.
Yes. And Vince doesn't care. So that's that. We do have a few news and rumors here to discuss.
Oh, do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Most of the audience left for 205 Live.
Good.
It was practically an empty arena. I saw some pictures of fans in attendance. They shot this live after Smackdown. Live on the network after Smackdown.
Are they all going
and
to
I
be
think
live?
I guess. I mean, I think they need to adjust this like immediately.
Oh, that's awful.
Because the pictures, in the pictures are on my Twitter timeline. But it's not good. The fans just started filing out by the thousands after SmackDown ended.
You're kidding.
And
thousands?
So, no, I'm not kidding. Yeah, I mean, there wasn't a lot of people left to witness Rich Swann win the Cruiserweight title, which he did. Good. Congratulations to him, but not a lot of people saw him. Yeah. So, I think they've got to record that before SmackDown. Easily. Or they've got to do it on a different day or something. That's just not working. Like, you go to SmackDown, one of the great things about it is it's a 2-hour show. Yeah. When you're adding another hour, it is just like Raw.
Not good.
Yeah. So, that and Ric Flair has signed a new contract with WWE and is expected to be a regular character on Raw every week moving forward.
Oh, yay. Contain my excitement, please.
I mean, it's like they're going back to the Flair well with Sasha and Charlotte. Jesus. I mean, we can just wait for the roadblock match where he turns on Sasha and goes back to Charlotte.
And Charlotte wins.
It's going to be such a shit show.
You're damn right.
Yeah. I don't really see the point. I don't think he should be a weekly character at this point, and I certainly don't think he needs to be involved in the Charlotte-Sasha thing again.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Big mistake. Huge mistake. But we'll do what all fans do. Just let it go.
And Linda McMahon, as we record this on Wednesday evening, met with U.S. President-elect Donald Trump at Trump Tower in New York City today. He's currently in the process, obviously, of building his cabinet, his administration.
Yeah.
She told the Hartford Courant to stay tuned when asked if she was offered a position in Trump's cabinet.
Oh, boy.
She told the press the meeting went great. She's happy to have a conversation with him anytime. We talked about business and entrepreneurs and creating jobs. We had a really good conversation, Linda said.
Oh, boy.
Well, I mean, I guess what we have is the WWE taking over the world.
You're damn right. As it should be.
The Rock, Donald Trump, the WWE universe, the universe, or the world.
And guess what?
Yay.
There's nothing you can do about it.
That's right. Watching and bitching every week.
Sucks to suck. Oh, all right. Where can I find you on Twitter? Before this,
you can find me running our podcast Twitter account at the VOTV podcast, the voices of the voiceless. We are indeed, and I post or tweet, whatever you want to call it, whatever's on my mind. I am brutally honest. That is not for everybody. If you are easily offended, do not read my Twitter.
I can do that.
However, if you are an adult who doesn't get angry at strangers' tweets on the internet, feel free to tweet me and talk about wrestling. You'll probably enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it. And you can follow me at John Fish Gaming on Twitter, John Fish 3 on Twitch, and Wrestling News Hub on Facebook. And with all that being said, is there anything else you want to say before we head off for the week? Anything at all?
Wow, you've really put me in the spot here, John.
Oh, it's the same thing every week.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that, the women's division in Raw sucks.
Oh.
Tired of Charlotte and Sasha. Kevin Owens sucks as champion. Chris Jericho is the best thing on Raw. I don't really know what else to add.
Don't forget, Shinsuke Nakamura and Seth Rollins can't wrestle. The Young Bucks are garbage. PWG's a show that only poor people should go to. And every wrestler under 225 is a hot piece of shit. Anything else?
Actually, that's a great point. Yes, push Baron Corbin. That is what you should do. And if you don't, you just made the list.
We'll see you all next week.